Okay, Assalamualaikum and have a good day. Today we are going to continue on chapter 4 in the calculation part. So we have two questions here. So question number 1. So the first one is you have to calculate. So this is a set of questions. So you have to calculate. The first one is relative frequency for all level of claims, and then the second one is cumulative frequency for all level of claims, and then percentage of claims, and then you have to present the data in the form of histogram. So this is one of the examples for the questions. So let's say once you see the question give you the claim cost as well as the numbers of claim. So relative frequency and cumulative frequency, so you have to find by your own. Okay, so the first thing is you have to calculate question number A, relative frequency for all level of claims. So how do you get relative frequency? So you can see this is the number of claims. So from 0 to less than 500, 0 to less than 500 is 10. For 500, in between of 500 to 1000 is 20. So less than 1005 to 1015, and then 2000 less, okay, more than 1005 if 20, and then 2000 below 2005 if 35. So numbers of claims. Okay, so you find the total number first, and then you get 100 by adding all 10, 20, 15, 20 and 35. So in order for you to get relative frequency, what you need to do is 10 you divided by the total numbers, and then you get relative frequency. 10 divided by 100, and then you get 0.1, and then 20 divided by 100 you get 0.2. 15 you divided by 100 you get 0.15, and 20 divided by 100 you get 0.2, and then 35, the last one, divided by 100 you get 0.35. So settle with the question number 1, relative frequency for all level of claims. Okay, and then we proceed to calculate the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency terkumpul. Okay, so you have to calculate less than as well as more than. How do we calculate for cumulative frequency? So you have to accumulate all the frequencies, the numbers of claims. Okay, the first one is less than. So you start with 10. So number of claims 0 to 500. Less than 500 is 10. And then you put the number 10 here, and then for 500 to 1000, so you have to add 10, you add with 20, and then you get 30. So the cumulative is less than 1000 is 30%. Okay, and then you 30% you plus with 15, and then you get 45. 45 you plus with 20, you get 65. And the last one is 35, you plus with 65, you get 100. As this is vice versa with the more than. Okay, so you start with 100, so you carry this value here up to the first column here, and then you subtract. Okay, you subtract with 10, and then you 10, this one number of claim 10, so you get 90, and then this 90 you subtract with the number of claim 20, you get 70. 70 you subtract with 15, you get 55, and then 55 we subtract with 20, and then you get 35. So this answer the question of B, cumulative frequency for all level of claims. Okay, and then the third one, number C, is percentage of claims. Okay, by constructing all the table, once you are done construct the tables, so you must be able to read the information from the table. So number 1, Roman first is what is the percentage of claims that is less than 500. Okay, by referencing to your tables, you can see that less than 500, so less than 500 is 10%. So this is the column of less than, and then next to the less than column is more than. So less than 500 is 10%. Okay, the second one is less than 1500. So less than 1500 here is 45%. Okay, and then the third one, more than 1000. So here is the column of more than. So 1000 value is fall under this category. So your answer should be more than 1000. So here more than 1000. 1000 and 1005 above. So 70%. Last one is more than 2000. So you can see more than 2000. So here more than 2000. So your answer is 35. So you are done with question A, B as well as C. And then the last one is present above data in the form of histograms, in the form of bar chart. So you can refer this question to your textbook page 74. So first, so we have few steps in order for you to answer the question. So number one is you must be able to draw your x-axis. So here is your x-axis, and then this is your y-axis. So you must be able to label both your axes. So the first one is x-axis is your claim cost, okay, which is you get from your class interval. So this is your class interval. 0 to 500 is your class interval. All is your class interval. So your x-axis is your class interval, which is your claim cost in the form of ringgit Malaysia, and then the y-axis is your relative frequency. That's once you calculated before, okay. And then you construct your histograms, okay. Graph labels on each item. So you must be able to labels your graph or your bar chart or your histogram. Yeah. So you have two methods in order for you to construct your histograms. So first is either you can label by put the numbering or class intervals below your histogram, or you can choose to make a, what do we call as, a sign, yeah, a sign here, okay, a sign here that indicate each of the bar chart, okay. So this is the common question that being asked in your either your test or even your quiz, okay. This is how you calculate the frequency of frequency as well as your relative frequency as well as your cumulative frequency, okay.